The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser-cut dice towers, tokens, and more developed by a gamer for gamers and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts.
Hey everybody, it's Brooke from Red Dirt D&D, and I just want to take a moment to thank you for listening. It's been such an amazing response to this crazy thing that we're doing here in Oklahoma, in the middle of America. So thank you to all the great folks that are listening. Please go to your favorite player, whether it's iTunes or Spotify or whatever, and please give us a rating. It helps so much. Also share, of course, with your friends and family, co-workers. Keep throwing Red Dirt D&D out there onto the social media and stuff. You can interact with us at Twitter at Red Dirt D&D. You find us on Facebook at facebook.com/RedDirtDND. And we would love to hear from you. Of course, if you're a Patreon member, we have a Discord, and you can jump on there and join some fantastic friends like Dan Demented and Zambonolo, just to have fun, and we really enjoy that too. So here comes the next episode of Red Dirt D&D. Thank you all for listening. Please like us and share, and we're off to the Caliban frontier.
For Red Dirt D&D, I'm Michael Cross. Before we start, I wanted to let you know Johnny Payne couldn't make it to this episode, but we are joined by Connor Chenault, who plays Connor the Kobold. So sit back and enjoy tales from the Caliban frontier. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin with a tragic past.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Makrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer setting out to understand his own arcane gifts.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tea Leaf, a highborn halfling druid searching for a new life.
I'm Ash King, your dungeon master, here today with special guest star
Connor Chenault as Connor with a K, the kobold.
Join us now for Tales from the Caliban Frontier. The shifting sands of the Caliban frontier hide many dangers. As you were traveling back to the last stop after having dealt with the insanity that was Jubilee's dear departed sibling, Anarchy, you suddenly found yourselves facing one of the mightier dangers of the frontier, the Sand Wyrm, a beast bursting out of the sands of the frontier. Quite dragon-like in its appearance, save for the long row of spines that arc up off of its back, as if it bears a ribcage of some ancient, unknown creature. This beast managed to get the jump on you, and unfortunately has dealt a mighty blow to our paladin. What would you like to do? It is Makrin. You are up first.
So, what's our alignment? What's our setup here? How far away is it from Gideon and the cart? And I imagine like Gideon and somebody might be in front, and then the cart.
Gideon was up out front, kind of leading the group. I would imagine that Jubilee would still be keeping closer to the cart on Thistle, kind of helping keep an eye on Xonimus. Of course, you, Makrin, are driving the cart. I would imagine the cart probably about 10 feet back from Gideon.
Connor with the K, are you like sitting like shotgun with me in the cart?
Yeah.
Or are you? Okay, cool. And then of course Xonimus's body.
Yeah, he's still a snoozing in the back of the cart. So it's really just a question of Poppy, where would you be?
Near the cart.
On Wildfire?
Yes.
Okay. Can I tell that Gideon has become paralyzed, correct?
Unconscious and paralyzed.
Can I see that body language, that body motion? Can I tell that?
So at first, Gideon took a blow from this thing's head.
Oh my gosh.
Again, it has this kind of massive horn out the top. But it took a blow from this massive horn, and then the creature's tail kind of whipped around, hitting Gideon in the back with this stinger. And I probably would imagine that Gideon basically goes completely rigid as this poison comes over and causes this paralysis. and he would very likely kind of slump forward onto Thunderstep's neck. Thunderstep being, a divine creature, kind of holds still for a second, like sensing that you've fallen forward, but doesn't yet buck or anything. She tries to stand her ground.
Right. So as an interaction, I would like to hee-haw Buttercup and get her to pull the cart alongside Thunderstep.
Okay.
And then I'll touch my chest, and I feel the coolness of the earth kind of seep into me as I cast True Strike upon myself.
Okay. So that will actually bring us to Jubilee. And let me pull up their stats here.
Is Jubilee on the worm side of the cart or on the other side of it?
I'm going to put Jubilee on the worm side of the cart.
Okay.
I also would be on that side because I saw it.
This is true.
So Jubilee is going to look up at the Sand Wyrm and is going to look up at them and say, "Hey, you couldn't hit the broadside of a bomb!" And the creature turns its head over to Jubilee. It growls. And we're going to give it a charisma saving throw. Okay, it got a natural 1. So you sense there is some light magic in Jubilee's words as Jubilee is taunting this beast. So it is going to have disadvantage on all ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws until the end of Jubilee's next turn.
Interessante.
Yes. And that's just Jubilee's bonus action.
Whoa.
Nice.
As their action, they are actually going to pull out a revolver and take a shot.
Who is this tiefling?
And where have you been on that?
No wonder Xonimus kind of has an affection for her, an admiration for her.
For them, you mean?
For them. Thank you. For them.
All right, so that is going to be an 18
Gosh.
to hit for 7 points of piercing damage. Yeah, Jubilee, it's almost a trick shot that Jubilee just kind of pulls the pistol out, whips it around, ka-chow.
They are awesome.
Tries to hit this thing right in the eye as it's got its attention. But that will be it for Jubilee. And we will roll right into Poppy.
Dex saving throw at disadvantage. 14.
All right, that is going to be all of I'm looking at Jubilee stats. I need to look at the creature stats. That's going to be a 5.
They take 22 lightning damage.
All right.
Diggity dog.
Non-cursed.
Each round?
No. I can call it each
keep
round.
concentrating on it?
As long as I keep concentrating. I do have to use my whole action to do that. So, I'm good.
Okay.
Wildfire continues to do what wildfire do.
All right. So, Gideon, you are stable. So, you will not have to make a death save this turn, but you are poisoned and paralyzed for the next hour.
Oil can!
Yeah.
Oil can!
I can tell you right now that Jubilee and I can do nothing for you. You're just going to have to wait until we get back to town.
Oh my goodness.
All I got's a healing word. It ain't gonna do business.
So, that will bring us to Connor the Kobold.
Just roll you
All
in
right.
next to Xonimus.
How does
Exactly, grab him, throw him in the
How does
car.
this lightning seem to be doing?
It's taking the full brunt of the lightning.
Okay, cool. I'm going to stand up in this little seat that I'm in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
I need a Dex saving throw.
And it has disadvantage because of Jubilee.
Yeah.
Okay, well, even with disadvantage, that is going to be a 16. So
Okay,
we'll
it's
still take
saved.
half.
Yeah.
Yay.
Excuse me while I take the time to do math. 27 lightning damage.
Nice.
And is that halved?
Yeah, because he saved.
Okay.
13.
Well, okay, so was 27 the full damage?
Yes.
Okay, so you said 13? Okay. Thank you, Michael, for
Thank
doing
you for
math
doing
me.
math.
I'm married to a math teacher, but
So you know all the tricks to get everything done quick. Yeah, this thing is definitely looking worse for wear. A bit bloodied there.
Lightning twins.
But it's still got a lot of fight left in it. That will bring us to the Sand Wyrm.
Oh boy.
So it can do 2 attacks. The first one, it is kind of going to go over, it's going to move towards Jubilee, since Jubilee was the one who taunted it. Well, actually, no. The two who are doing the most damage are the kobold and the druid.
Yeah.
So it is going to basically try to swing its head over towards you, Connor.
Yikes.
And strike at you with its horn. Yeah, it had disadvantage. Well, that's still a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that would be 12 points of piercing.
Okay.
So Poppy, on you, it's actually going to whip that tail around and try to get you with that stinger.
Please don't. I can't survive that. Please miss.
Well, 13 hit.
No!
All right. Yeah, so you duck on Wildfire just as soon as that tail comes over your head. So that is it for my Sandworm. We will roll back up to the top to Makron.
All right, so using True Strike to gain advantage. Oh, it's probably going to be close. A 16?
A 16 hits.
All right, so we see this swirl, this greenish orb of golf ball size, and then grapefruit size, and then like bowling ball size as he uses a 3rd level spell.
Upcast.
And, oh, that's a good roll. Oh my gosh. So 28 points of damage.
Woo!
You have uncursed the cursed dice.
Uncurse the cursed dice.
Yes, this acid, like, you hear a roar as your acid ball hits and just sinks into the side of this creature as it's just whipping its head around, trying to figure out, the source of the damage and what it wants to do next.
And did it look like all of that damage went in?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes. Jubilee is up.
Yeah, Jubilee, if you just keep doing that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Jubilee is going to attempt to taunt the creature again.
That was very helpful. You buff my party better than I do.
Insult its mother.
Say something about his nose.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not one of the mighty 9 of legend, you overgrown lizard.
Yeah.
Connor the King likes that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's the start of the next turn, so it rolls normally. Okay, this one, it's not listening to Jubilee at all this time. Because that's a nat 20 for a 19.
Evidently those things about his mom is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't hurt me with that anymore.
Yeah, so
I agree. She's not a great person.
she wasn't a great person at all. All right. Okay, so Jubilee attempted, but, didn't quite work out the way they wanted.
Sandworm doesn't have mommy issues.
Put that down in your notes.
That's right.
Okay.
Electricity hurts, acid hurts, it doesn't care about its mama.
So this time instead, so Jubilee is going to cast and do it in such a way, because this is a large creature, so it can kind of go to one side of it and it's not going to affect the rest of you. Jubilee's going to cast Shatter.
Ooh, nice.
So this Sandworm is going to have to give Jubilee a con save, but this is going to be a 21 for con, but it's still going to take half of 3d8. Yeah, this thing ain't no joke.
Reba's gonna be real proud of us, though.
Close to 60. Haven't we hit it close to 60 points already?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I've hit it twice for 20 points.
Okay, so that's
and I hit it
4,
for 23.
8, so it would have been
I guess
10
I'm
points, so it takes 5 of that thunder damage. And again, this very huge rings out over the frontier. Okay, and that'll be it for Jubilee. Poppy.
Dex save.
Okay, that is only going to be a 12.
Not so good on the damage this time, though. Only 12.
Well, okay, you have definitely put some hurt on this thing, but it is still up. Gideon, what you dreaming about?
Not fighting a worm.
All right, Connor.
How's this thing looking?
Pretty rough. It's taken a lot of damage, but it's still going to be...
Okay.
It's going to take a little bit before you guys actually fell this beast.
So next to Mocker, I'm going to be like, hey, you remember I taught you how to breathe?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to touch you as a bonus action and give you Dragon's Breath.
What?
What?
Lightning.
That's a thing you can actually... I thought you were just joking.
That's outstanding.
This is gonna go straight to his head.
I should try it now.
Soon. Let me do a thing real quick.
All right.
And then
Golly.
I'm going to use my last 3rd level and do
Well, but that was a bonus action
bonus
spell.
action. Okay, so
it's
cantrip,
actually a
right?
spell.
Okay, so
Yes, you can do a cantrip.
cantrip. Okay,
I love Dragon's Breath. It's such
Yeah.
a good spell.
it is.
I'm looking it up right now.
I'll just do a firebolt then. See if
you can hit it.
yeah.
I say, and technically you're not at disadvantage because the pack tactics cancel out the sunlight sensitivity,
Yeah. It scrolled
which
up.
is both the fun and weird thing about kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get you some sunglasses.
Okay.
That's why our best nice one down.
The long winter nights.
Yeah, if I can hit it. It's only a 13.
Only a 13. Yeah, this one, it is kind of, you try to summon up as much of this fire energy as you can, but having, expended some of it for Makran, it's not quite as strong as you would have hoped, so it just
Okay.
kind of bursts against this creature's hard skin. It is the Sand Wyrm's turn. It has...
Don't kill me.
Let's see. You did a lot of damage to
I've
it,
done
Poppy.
20 damage every round.
Yeah.
Except for last
round.
Makran also did some pretty good damage, so it's gonna go. Yeah, it's actually gonna come in and try to bite you, Poppy.
Good. Can survive the pun.
And it helps if I'm not rolling a d12.
No, I like it.
That'll be a modified 20,
Oh yeah, yeah.
11 points of piercing. And then Makran, the stinger, is gonna come whip around and try and get you.
Come on.
A 26.
That was it.
Yeah. Okay, and I need you to give me a con save, and this is versus poison,
Right?
All right.
So I have advantage on
Yeah.
that.
so you have advantage.
Oh, dwarf.
I rolled a straight 15.
Okay.
Modified becomes a 20.
Sweet.
Nice.
Dang.
Oh yeah, you got the proficiency in con because you're a sorcerer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be
I definitely
11 points of piercing just from the stinger itself.
Okay.
And then it would have been 24 points of poison, but since you saved, it was halved down to 12.
Okay.
And since as a dwarf you have resistance, it's halved again
Yes.
to 6.
Nice.
So 17 total. All right.
And that will be it for my Sandworm this turn. And we're back to you, Makran.
And so I'm going to do the breath thing that I feel this tingly energy in the back of my throat. It's 2d6, right? And so 7 points of damage.
The
No,
creature
3d6.
needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right.
Okay, so it needs to make a dex save.
Makes a dex save.
And that's actually a 21 on its dex save.
All right,
we'll
so
take half.
the 3d6 total was 12 points of damage, so
Okay,
half of that.
so we'll take 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so cool. I
know.
can't say that because I'm not there.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
freaking cool.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Yeah. You're so close.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jubilee has done the 2 taunts that they can do. They're going to cast another shatter. So this creature gives a con save. Oof, this thing is hardy. Okay, so it saves. Would have been 12 points, but since the creature saved, it'll only take 6. And that will be it for Jubilee. We will move right along with Poppy.
Dex save.
Dex save.
14.
Got a lot of thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. Okay, and that is going to be a 17 on the con.
Dex?
Dex. I am so sorry. 14.
Oh, just barely saves. But it's okay. So that would be 21, so half to 10.
Half to 10. Okay. Gideon, are your dreams getting any better?
No.
It's a thunderstorm.
Oh, I'm having another dream about the jackalope. It's pretty kind of cool.
Are you still in your own body?
Oh, well, look, wait, I'm Makran. And I'm breathing lightning. Steaming whistles.
Holiday special, boys.
Connor.
All right, so I'll once again get back up and try another lightning bolt.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
That'll be a modified 20.
Yeah, he's getting stronger somehow, this worm. Maybe he underestimated us in the beginning, and now he's just figured out.
Half of 34.
34.
Hot diggity dog.
17. Connor, as you send out another bolt of lightning, channeling the spirits of your ancient draconic ancestors, it pierces this thing up through the skull. And you see the lightning crackling down all of these, these great spines that are sticking up out of this creature's back. Rears up as, the electricity is dancing across its body, causing it to convulse before it falls into the sand.
Yeah! I did it!
That was a great shot.
Thank you.
I definitely got attacked like twice, and Wildfire was supposed to attack if I got attacked. I'm glad you killed it though, Connor.
Jubilee kind of wheels around, comes over to check on Gideon.
I'm fine over
I bet we just need to just throw him in the next Xonimus.
Yeah, Jubilee kind of, the Sand Wyrm poison is known for paralyzing creatures so that they can digest them. Without.
I'm also still 0 hit points.
Oh, wait. I dig in my bag and I pull out one of the vials of antitoxin that we got. I'm like, hey, will this work? Jubilee.
Unfortunately, no. It's a little stronger than the antitoxin.
I've got more than one. Okay.
No, but I would think that if you wanted to collect the poison glands for Joshua, he might, give you a bit of a reward.
Yeah, I can do that.
And so, and Jubilee will cast a Cure Wounds on
Gideon. So you're just looking with your eyes.
You feel better, but you still can't move.
Jubilee heals you for 5.
Put you in the cart next to Xonimus, and I put it so that you're holding hands.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Where's the option to take a screenshot?
I can't believe that we have been missing the opportunity that we could have gone all weekend at Bernie's with Xonimus and Bob. Doesn't seem very respectful.
No.
All right, so the sandworm is dead. Would you like to collect the poison glands?
You bet. I pull one of the daggers out of my boot. Think about the fact that luckily I still have daggers in my boots because, Xonimus has been active.
Are they in my book? Are them in my book, or is it just regular animals in my book, you think?
I would say just regular animals in your book.
Like deers. Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely something like, not everyone has seen a sandworm. It's kind of one of those that like people...
Yeah.
Also, not everybody walks away from it.
Exactly.
No doubt.
I'll
Tie off the reins and then jump off the...
I'll
Just
help.
hand them over to me. It's fine.
I thought about that.
Okay.
I start to hand the reins.
cart.
I start to hand the reins to Connor with a K, and then I'm like, and I just tie him off on the there instead. You want to help?
I will help. Oh, okay. Connor can help.
Oh, can all help.
I don't care who helps.
Basically, someone makes the roll, and then if there are people who are assisting, they will get advantage on that roll.
But what?
Do either of you have proficiency in survival?
No.
No.
Okay. Mucker, do you have proficiency in survival?
So here's something
I have an urbanism
Here's something I
kit?
need to check. I've got it on my old sheet, but it's not on D&D Beyond, so I need to figure out why it's not there. So it's part of my Outlander background.
Yeah,
so
you should have it, yeah.
So yeah, but so I don't know why it's there. So I should have it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because the Outlanders do have special survival skills.
Cursed dice?
So Makrin goes around to the front of the animal
put him in
and
the
is
cart.
looking at the teeth for like,
Did you roll with
poison glands.
advantage because you were getting help?
Oh, no, I didn't. Come on, work for me. Jeepers creepers. The first roll was a 4. The second roll is a 5. But you know what? Just because, gosh darn it, I want to, I'm going to use a fate chip on this because we
there you
haven't
go.
used them in a while.
All right, gonna go all in.
Yes.
It's a 19.
All right. So yes, you do manage to extract from the tail a couple of the poison glands.
What?
The idea of Poppy just standing there trying to help, going,
The idea that Makrin first walks toward the mouth and is like, oh, wait, that wasn't where we got poison. And then starts walking to the tail. So.
That's exactly how that went.
You were saying something smart, Ash. I'm sorry.
You collect the poison glands, kind of wrap them up in some oilcloth or something, stick them in your bag so you can take them to Joshua Blackbark and see what the old orc can make of it.
Hey there, Kiri here. Do you ever wonder what goes on behind the mic on recording day? What about behind the scenes in our Discord server? Want to pick Ash's brain about how to be a better DM? Wish you could play with them? Well, have I got the idea for you? Join our Patreon. We have several giving levels to fit every budget. You can have all these things and more, including swag, as well as early access to episodes and merch. Head over to patreon.com/reddirtdnd for more info. And remember, my friends, trust everyone, but always cut the cards yourself.
You continue on.
Did you say this only lasts for an hour?
Yes.
Okay, so after an hour, I wake up and I'm holding Xonimus' hand.
Yeah.
Laying in the back of the cart looking at this guy.
The jackalope's just like sitting on your
Oh my gosh, you're still with us?
Yep.
It is Jubilee's pet. That's why it's called the Jumping Jackalope.
I'm pretty sure there's something going on with that jackalope, and it's keeping Xonimus. So I know that. I don't know any stories about that, but it just seems really weird.
The cute, adorable little jackalope is just sitting on your chest, Gideon, and just looking down at your face, and you just see the nose like just twitch a little bit.
Although I'm no longer paralyzed, I'm going to stay back here and take a short rest. Get a few hit points back. So,
does that count being paralyzed for an hour as a short rest?
No, because you're paralyzed.
But
so
we're half a day from town, so he can take a nap back there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jubilee just kind of pulls alongside the car. You all right there, Gideon?
I'll be fine. Got 32 more points back.
All right.
Nice.
Gotta love them hit dice.
Oh yeah.
Wildfire and I have a conversation about not forgetting about held actions.
Wildfire just has that look of a dog who's like, they're listening to you because you're talking to them, but they're not actually comprehending what you say. It's like when I talk to my dog Freya, she just looks at me and she's like, yeah, Mom? But, she's not really comprehending what I'm telling her. She just likes the sound of my voice. So, you continue on back to the last stop. About noontime, the town comes back into view. Jubilee does point out a shack that's kind of back a ways from the temple and points to it and says that is where you will find Joshua Blackbark. He's a bit of an old codger, so forgive him his ways. But if you take those Sand Wyrm poison glands to him, you might be able to do something with them.
Sounds like a plan. What about Xonimus?
Well, that's
That's where we're going.
That we're taking him to Joshua Blackbark.
That's right, because you can help him too.
Right.
A 2-for-1 special right there.
Well, Gideon's fine.
Sorry, I was thinking about, the temple. Or the yeah, never mind. Please edit this part out.
Okay, here's a thought. How about you guys head on over to Joshua Blackbark and see what you can do. I'm going to go talk to Riza, and Jubilee, why don't you come with me? And
Okay.
She has a similar opinion as Anna.
Riza might have some questions.
Well, okay.
Oh, what? Do you have a better idea?
Well, it's complicated. Miss Gideon,
She doesn't want to admit.
I would rather not have Riza know everything. You catch my meaning?
I do. Tell you what, do you want to come with me? Would you rather go check up on your establishment and I can just go talk? I will not mention your brother. I will mention that we managed to get you back from some people who had taken you hostage in exchange to try and get Poppy. Because that's where we left it off.
Personally, Gideon, between you and me, I just went out to the pillars to get some peace and quiet.
Okay.
You ran across some folks who were looking for Miss Poppy, and that's the story.
Right, got it. That's no problem. You go check up on your establishment. We, by the way, did go in, and because we were looking for you. Thank you so much for the clues of the pillars.
I hoped that you would find them.
We did, and we left it pretty much as you found it. It's safe, and tell you what, after we get done with our stuff, I'm sure Xonimus and the rest of our crew here would be able to come back to your establishment and finally have that lunch that we were expecting earlier.
I'll put a little something on for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jubilee. We will see you in a bit. And I head in to talk to Riza.
Okay. Yeah, Jubilee breaks off and heads towards the jackalope. You do see that little jackalope is like hopping along behind them. Because of course, Jubilee they return Sissel to you. But they pick up the jackalope and it's just kind of sitting on their shoulder, just like watching you over their shoulder, nose twitching as they head into the jumping jackalope.
And in the meantime, you guys want to head over to Joshua Blackbark and see what you guys can do?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And I will head in to talk to Riza. So everyone will be there.
Riza looks up and sees you. Well, welcome back, Gideon.
Thank you so much, Sheriff. We just want to let you know that Jubilee is back.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there was some issue, but it wasn't connected to Jubilee going. But apparently, yeah, we did run into some people who were trying to abduct Poppy for her father. So, just letting you know, I don't know what is up with this Alistair Tealeaf, but he apparently wants Poppy back. And so it's just something to be aware of. I don't know if he's going to try and do something, and I also don't know if we're going to be able to do anything. But
now, you're saying Alistair Tealeaf.
Right.
And Poppy, she's a tea leaf too?
Poppy is Alistair's daughter.
The cutest tea leaf.
Oh.
She's the cutest tea leaf.
Says a little voice in his.
Oh, well, that's...
And she is an adult,
Well, yeah, that is true. She can make her own way in the world. Well, she's in no danger. She's with you and the others.
No, and under Yazgash's tutelage, she has actually grown quite powerful. Probably the most powerful druid I've ever known. We don't have many in Venturis.
Yeah, I can't imagine you would.
So I'm not worried about Poppy. I'm worried about this town. Riza, I got to tell you, there are people in this town. You are able to defend yourself. Yazgash, I know.
Let's say, if Yazgash wanted. Well,
yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. Yazgash and Mazaga settled here for a reason. And it's mostly just because they were tired of busting heads.
I've heard of some of their exploits. And I know they're quite powerful. But then you've got people like Hannah and your sister. And I'm worried about them if someone were to come in looking for revenge. And so there's nothing you can do, I don't think. But I just wanted to warn you that this Alistair, he's a pretty powerful figure back east. And I don't know how long his reach is. But if it does reach here in the last stop, it's something you just need to be prepared for.
I appreciate the warning, Gideon. And I think we can handle our own. You look after Poppy, and we'll take care of ourselves.
I'll do that, Sheriff. In the meantime, you shouldn't hear more from those bad guys trying to take care of Poppy. We took care of a few of them, and some others, they're on their way back east with their tail between their legs.
Good. Don't need no nosy Easterners poking where they aren't welcome.
Exactly. I'll take my leave of you, and if you hear of anything else, you just let us know.
Thank you much, Gideon.
Out of character. The closest railway stop that is not the last stop is a very long way away.
Yes.
They're going to have to just run and jump.
If they make it out of
the maze.
Yeah.
If they avoid any other dangers of the frontier.
I don't give them a good chance of making it to the next stop. That is, and it is actually quite a ways away. It's not Zyson, though. It's,
No, there's Black Ridge is a little bit closer.
Zyson.
Yeah.
They're about
But
equidistant.
but Black Ridge is to...
The north.
Wait, no, yeah, we went north to the pillars.
But not far.
Yeah.
They got to make it from there.
There are only
through some of the dangerous parts of the
Their only other
Some of the
choice...
dangerous parts of the Caliban with Sand Wyrms about.
And their only other choice is to find the train tracks and just wait for a train to pass and try to...
Yeah, but even then they got to get
Yeet
to that
themselves
point.
onto it.
Yeah, yeet themselves onto it.
Oh, poor guys. These little goons.
I mean, they made their life choices.
And if
they gotta live with them.
if they made it out of the pillars,
Yeah, I know.
there's supposed to still be something inside those pillars.
And they're gonna get lost. And they're gonna get very thirsty.
You guys will eventually come across, a pair of dehydrated, mummified. Oh, that's what happened.
Oh.
So, while Gideon is out dealing with Riza, the rest of you, I assume, are headed to the cabin of Joshua Blackbark.
Connor with K, you got a place to go? You want to go see some of the town and go over here to meet Mr. Blackbark with us?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Go. And so turn the cart that way.
Alright.
Get as close to the door as I can.
Yeah, but say you see a very, very rustic, very hand-built cabin. And it's not so much steps as there's like a little ramp up to the front door. But you do see a little sign that, says the alchemist is in.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I will go up to the door, and does it look like a shop inside?
Do we knock or do we just
Yeah,
open
I think
the door?
so. I'm kind of looking at the window. Does it look like a shop, or does it look like more of a workspace in a home?
More workspace and home.
Okay, then I'll knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and then you hear the sound of someone moving towards, and it's the sound of someone with a bum leg. So you get that kind of that step, and then drag, step, drag, as then the door opens, and you see a quite old, quite weather-worn orc. Looks you up and down. Why you bother me?
Well, Mr. Blackbark, we have a little situation with our friend who seems to be unconscious for nigh on a day and a half now, but I also have brought some poison glands from a Sand Wyrm that we thought maybe you might be able to work out a trade with some help.
He looks down to the car. Well, bring in the stiff.
Okay, so the dwarf and the halfling and the kobold all get under the full-size half-elf.
shoulders. You can reach on a leg.
I'll hold his feet and Connor can just hold his butt off the ground.
Yeah, Joshua like
Fan art, please. I need fan art of this.
Moment right here.
Joshua holds the door open as you all haul Xonimus in.
I don't think Gideon thought this part through.
Then he eventually he moves out. He has to move very slowly because you do notice one leg is almost completely useless. Mm-hmm. But he sweeps off one of the work tables and helps you heft up Xonimus onto the table.
Thunk.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Looks.
It's fine.
I take his duster that was underneath his head and put it back underneath his head, so he's kind of propped up there.
Looks him over, brings up one arm, lets it fall back down.
You got thunder waved, and then there were several moments, in fact, it may have been an hour or so, there's a jackalope sitting on his chest.
The jackalopes are our lucky sign.
Yes, the jackalope did this to him.
They're a sign of the sneaky one.
I look at Poppy and kind of give her a, see face, see, it could have been trouble.
No, it's not trouble.
He kind
It
of
wasn't the jackalope Mockrin.
lays his head down on Xonimus' chest, listens for a few minutes,
He's still alive, right?
taps his cheeks. He lives.
Is his brain working okay? Is he gonna wake back up?
Places one hand on Xonimus' forehead and one hand on his chest. Your friend is in a deep vision quest.
Oh, well, see, I was helping.
His body rests. His mind wanders.
Well,
How do we get him back?
Oh, he'll eventually just come back.
if he can't find it, we moved the body. I mean, we moved several places.
So his soul is tethered to his body, but his soul is in a different plane of existence.
Your friend will return when it is time for
Sometimes
him to return.
Sometimes, when a god or goddess wants to talk to you, they have to bring you to them. They can't always come to you and be as straightforward. That's probably what's happened.
Daga's probably giving him a talking to, I imagine.
I imagine it's probably Sneaky Coyote, given the jackalope.
The little one is right.
I went on my own and actually had a conversation with the goddess as well. I mean, it's a long story.
The night that you went out into the land.
He'll be fine. We just gotta give him some time.
How much time?
Probably not that long.
If the body starts to die,
My eyes get big, like, what?
then you will know he has failed.
You're not here. Take your laughter elsewhere. Would it be possible for us to leave our friend in your care until our other friend can... It was
I charge extraordinary fees
just
for this
for like
kind of babysitting.
10 minutes, man.
Can our fee be the poison glands that we found from the worm?
Bring them here.
I open up the bag, bring it over there, and unfold it very carefully. It's a ginormous sandworm. It was really big.
So big.
Yes. These will do. I will turn these into the most potent of poisons.
Or how about
Awesome, cool.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's concerning, but I guess none of my business.
You never know when poison's going to be needed.
Mockman raises an eyebrow, kind of looks over at Connor with a K, like,
We best maybe not tell Gideon about that last part.
thought it'd be used for antitoxin.
Yes, that's exactly what he's going to use it for. So let's go. We'll send somebody over to pick up Xonimus who can do it without,
Extraordinary fees.
Are we sure it's
10
okay?
minutes.
I'll stay here with Xonimus if you want, while you're gone for 10 minutes.
I just think it's just going to be raw. I mean, we could load him back in the car. It's just he's very heavy.
He's
Well, maybe the taller guy can help us when he gets over here.
Gideon?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
there we
saying.
go.
We just need like 10 minutes for him to come back over here.
Oh, if it's 10 minutes, I watch him.
Thank you.
About this time you hear thunder step outside the door.
Now we're all agreed. Antitoxins.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Anti-attack.
Come in, door open.
Hi there. While I was leaving, I just realized I'm really sorry. You guys shouldn't have been the one to bring Xonimus into this house.
He's super heavy.
I was somebody's head. It wasn't that bad.
Mr. Blackbark, I thank you for watching him. Anything you can do for him?
Oh, he's on a vision quest with Sneaky Coyote. He'll wake up hopefully in a couple days. We don't wake up in a couple days. That something bad happened in his vision quest anyway, and we probably don't want him back.
I told you it's a jackalope.
All right. Well, everyone's got to go through their own thing with their own personal god or goddess, so let's take him back to his room. By the way, after we get him settled in, maybe head back to Jubilee and finally have that lunch we were supposed to have yesterday. And Connor, we'd certainly be honored if you'd come and join us.
I'm always available for food.
All right. So, as you take Xonimus back to the long rest, Melissa helps you bundle him into a comfortable bed where he can rest. Y'all head over to the Jackalope, where Jubilee does provide you free of charge a very fine midday meal and whatever drinks you want on the house.
Again, we're not telling Xonimus drinks on the house, right? That'll
I think
put her
that's
plumb out of
probably a
business.
Good idea.
Right?
Well, we'd never be able to talk to him. He'd be unconscious. Well, more unconscious than he is now, I guess.
There you go. Connor with the gay, how you like that sarsaparilla?
That's good.
I told you you like it.
Yeah.
Stay away from the shiny moon. Don't ever take that.
All right.
Well, my friends, another adventure comes to a close. Seems you can't escape this little town. Something keeps drawing you back as you watch and wait to see when Xonimus will awake.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Macron Stonechaper, Johnny Payne as Xonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Connor Chenauld as Connor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of TabletopAudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at RedDirtDND.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/RedDirtDND. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban frontier.